All right, I redid the title. Check out Mr. Green Hulk here. Relax. It's very popular among celebrities. I don't know why. I hate the fucking Green Hulk, but today's lesson, I changed the title. Why you will not get the same results as other dating coaches. A lot of people believe that if you learn from a positive stereotype, it doesn't matter. It's all game. It's all game. And you're gonna be like, if he gets results, I get results. I'm gonna bust through this entire myth. I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So first of all, let's do the math. Let's just get right to the point. I don't have time to waste. So let's start with a white guy. A white guy. Hey, it's like a John Wayne jacket. White guy's status or SMV for the race is 10. So he's already at 10. We can look at the looks. Money, we can give him like 1 because they're poor. They dress poor. Looks, we can say perhaps we'll use 2 of them. One's 8. 8 out of 10. So when you look at the game, when you realize that for white dating coaches, that, like I said, for social skills, social calibrations, emotional intelligence in the game, the same formula that you hear all the time. They really don't have any social skills. That does not exist with a white dating coach. It does not exist. And for example, they might vibe it. So that does exist. Social calibrations, body language, they do have a little bit, but their game is really, really low. So their game is only like really, really low. So we can say that they will need a score of 20 out of 35 to get over the line of fuckability. So if we do the math, how close do they get to 20 out of 35? So this is for white. 10 plus 8 plus 9. So their game just needs to be 1 out of 10. You're like, whoa, what the fuck? 1 out of 10, John? 1 out of 10. So do they have a 1 out of 10 game? Of course not. These white dating coaches do not even have 1 out of 10 if you do the math. It's like, wait a minute, John, I can't believe that they actually do not have a 1 out of 10 game. You said that it isn't all game. Well, if the race is 10, their money is 1. Let's say they dress like a slob. Let's say money is 0. Now their game needs to be 2. Do they have a 2 out of 10 game? So the better question is, do they have a 2 out of 10 game revolves around whether or not they actually have testimonials. And if they have no testimonials, no laid-in poll testimonials, their game is not even 2. So the reason when you're a minority and you're learning from these people, no matter what, 2 out of 10 for a minority. Let's say, for example, you're an Indian guy or something, okay? You're like a very short, chubby Indian guy. And then you're learning from this kind of game and you're like, oh my God, yeah, I worship him because he gets results, I get results. 2 out of 10. So when you learn that game, 2 out of 10, your race is like, if you're a Curry Indian, you'd be like 2 out of 10. So it'd be like 2 out of 10 plus money, which is probably like 1. Maybe you work in a tech job. No offense. No offense. And then lastly, the looks. Your looks is probably like 6. You say hypothetically. So 6 plus 1 equals 7, 8, 9. 9. And then your game needs to be, even if your game is at 10, is not enough. So therefore, you need to Instagram. You need to Instagram to raise your status to like 4 or something to get over the line. Hope that makes sense. That means like if you're a whitewashed Indian, you're 4 out of 10 already. So that you're more across the line. Hope that kind of makes sense. It's like the math here. All right, so we have done the math here. This is for a white. Let's talk about a black or a black-looking dating coach. It doesn't matter if you're black or you look black. The point is you get the same SMV. It's exactly the same as if you look Latino. You get exactly the same SMV as a Latino. But let's just say what happens when we talk about black or black-looking dating coach. So they're not 10 out of 10 for the SMV, not like the white people. So we can say they're 8 out of 10 because protector status and pre-selection plays a big role in the game. This is the secret that they don't want you to know. So even if it's 8, and maybe for them, they might make a little bit of money for some. Some black students, they're not poor. Some are 8, 2, or maybe 1. Okay? With their muscles and everything, they might be a 7.5. They don't have the face. Let's just be real here. Johnny Lee does not have time to tell you guys bullshit. Black people are not good looking. They're just more masculine looking. So you can say 7.5 for the height. Like I said, in the red pill video or looks theory for black pill, that looks is not the most important thing. Is the golden ratio where all the dots are in the face. How the algorithm machine lines it all up. The ratio from here to your chin, everything is what gets you the kind of women. So if you are an ugly black guy, but you have a really amazing golden ratio, you still would get 8 out of 10 looking women. With your height and muscles, that makes it easier and wide shoulders. So we can say 7.5, 8. So basically, a person like this, their game will be like 8 plus 1 is 9. And plus 7.5 is 16.5. So we can say 16.5. Their game is 17, 18, 19 is 3.5. They need to be 3.5 to get over the line of fuckability. And you're like, oh shit, John, you cracked the code. That means like when they have this score, that means the only game that they can teach you is 3.5 out of 10. That means is more transferable to other guys who are taller or other guys who are positive stereotypes, who are white, black, or tall Latinos, Spaniards. But Spaniards are not as big as they used to be in the past. Spaniards are kind of like lower. Right now, Middle Eastern stock has gone up. Latino stocks have gone a little bit down because of Donald Trump. So now you can kind of see there's a hierarchy. We can talk about Latinos, 7 out of 10, right? It's the same thing. My old roommate looks like a Latino guy, 7 out of 10. So if it's 7 and his looks was like, I don't know, 9. But he looks like he's a good looking guy. Just be real here. 9 out of 10. Money, he's trying to dress a little bit richer. Maybe he's trying to dress like 3 now. He's trying to wear blazers now. So what is his game? 9 plus 7, 8, 9, 10. It's already over the line. But if he was poor dressing, sometimes he dresses really poor. Like he dresses like a Indian guy. Then it's 0. 9 plus 7 equals 16. His game needs to be 4. So therefore, it can vary depending on the way he dresses, by how much money he has. And he's wearing the same watches as me and stuff to raise the money. Does that make sense? If you guys get it, give it a thumbs up, because I'm telling you the real shit here. I'm not going to censor anything. I don't care if I make money from this or not. I'm just going to tell it like it is. So let's say 2, hypothetically, 2, Rolex. 9, 10, that's 11, 18. So his game needs to be 2. So therefore, positive stereotypes cannot actually transfer you this particular game. You're like, oh shit. You're always right, John. Exactly. The patterns are always the same. You're always right, John. Exactly. So now you're realizing if at 3.5, let's say he taught you day game, my old roommate, and he tried to like teach you the game. If you're Indian, like I said, or Asian, let's say you're an Asian guy, you're like status. We're talking about 1 out of 10. No matter where you are in the world, you're always 1 out of 10. You can be a good-looking, tall Asian guy, for example. Maybe your looks are 8. That is still 9. Your money could be like dressing like 1. That's 10. Your game will need to be 10 out of 10, unless you use the Instagram to raise a little bit your status, or you have perfect game like I do. Like my game is like 11 out of 10. That's just why it's so transferable. John Elite's game is like this whole category. Everything is mastered. As you can see, the social skills, I talk about the different tonalities and all that stuff. I talk about the social calibrations in the body language. I also talk about the emotional intelligence, learning how to shut off those emotions. And I'm also talking about the game. The game is a persuasion category. So when you think about it, when you're doing sales, and right now, my other student, remember how I told you he sold $1.8 million worth of stuff under my training in less than 3 weeks? Is 3 weeks now. He sold $2.2 million. He has closed every single deal, and that's the game. But the game is not just the game, it's also the tonality. It's also being a better product. Now you guys are realizing, holy shit. I started with a high SMV, coach all direct game, and at most 3 at game. Exactly. And this is why they're failing, because these coaches are telling you absolute bullshit. So the thing is that they try to make this into a red pill thing. Red pill. R-E-D pill. Pill. Okay, it's not working so well. Red pill. I'm not gonna lick this. This is disgusting. Fuck this thing. I got another one. A magical pen appeared. Oh my god, I'm Tyler. Here's a magical pen that appeared. So red pill. Red pill. So because the red pill, they believe, like, remember when you guys seen the videos on red pill, they're like saying, looks don't matter, guys. Race don't matter. Height doesn't matter. It's about taking massive action. Right? Hey, what's up, man? So they're always talking about taking massive action. So what happens is with these dating coaches, because now they're saying that if you have a positive stereotype score, right? Because looks don't matter now. Now you're like ignoring the 9 out of 10. You're like, oh shit, you're right, John. Race doesn't matter. Now you're ignoring the if they're white, to 10 out of 10. Now you're crossing that off the chart. And you're saying money doesn't matter, as RSD says. Now you're crossing this off the chart, and you guys are wondering, what the fuck? Then it's all game. It's all game. It's just the 25% that they say this matters. So therefore, you ignore this from the other dating coaches. Does that make sense? You guys are like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. So worshipping dating coaches when their game is really just when their game is just like a very, very low score, right? You're like, oh shit. So white dating coach score is like 2 out of 10. Black dating coach is like 3.5, and maybe a Latino, depending on how rich he dresses, can vary. So you're learning a 3.5, and that's a problem because the red pill tells you that looks don't matter, race don't matter, all that stuff doesn't really matter, which is complete and utter fucking nonsense. And you're like, shit, John's telling it like it is. But John, it's a trap for those RSD fanatics. And this is why they don't get results. Absolutely. This is exactly why they don't get results. It's a mental trap. So because I made videos regarding the red pill, I made videos regarding the blue pill, talking about social skills to open your mind, black pill, purple pill. I dismantled it. So you should not separate all these concepts together. Social skills matters. Social skills is the reason why the normal population can get a girlfriend all the fucking time. And without that, they won't get anything at all. So that defeats the look theory because there's a lot of not very good looking guys out there in the blue pill who are getting hot girlfriends or even getting a girlfriend, which is a lot harder unless you have very high SMV. So now we dismantle the number. Now we know the number and why the testimonials are not there. How many testimonials do I have? 430 right now. If I post all the bootcamp stuff, it'll be way past 430. It'll be closer to like 450 or something. I know it's scary. Like, what the fuck? I'll be posting my bootcamp thumbnails and put coming soon on it. That means I will have to make the trailer eventually. There's gonna be like 30 fucking trailers or more on boot camps. You're like, John, you never show us this stuff. Why not? Because I'm very narcissistic. I like to watch people squirm and to worship the wrong coaches. I wanted to teach you within the last few months. The last few months, some of the sheeps that are worshiping all these dating coaches, they got trapped by this mentality. Fuck you, narrow eyes. Okay, I'll hide you, Mohammed Guad, you fucking terrorist. And I'll block you from the channel. Okay, fuck you, narrow eyes. Well, fuck you, you fucking terrorist. Anyways, let's continue. So having said that, okay? Having said that, fucking assholes. I lost my train of thought. Let's continue. Oh yeah, basically, red pill says looks don't matter and all that stuff. So that's how they, and this is the problem, is that the next thing is called the neural pathways. So imagine every single dating coach. So we'll start with a white one, for example. White. So if a white dating coach is like 8 out of 10, and money is like 1, the race is 10, and the game is like 9, this is 1. So what kind of neural pathways? When we talk about neural pathways, we're talking about a tree, right? So for example, here's the roots of a tree. So basically, when a tree grows for him, it's basically based on his 1 out of 10 game, 1 out of 10 game right here, the tree. So all these are the roots. So no matter what, his roots are grown because he is seeing the game from this value. That means his game is really just 1 out of 10. It's only 1 out of 10, and he's seeing it from a high value perspective. Hope that makes sense. So therefore, when he starts teaching minorities, he's like saying, oh, looks don't matter. You know, you just got to be confident. You just got to emotionally vibe it just to get over that line, just to get over that 1 out of 10. You ever wonder why white dating coaches do not have any testimonials whatsoever? You probably wonder, John, it doesn't make sense. You're like, John, but I'm worshiping all these white people. You know, they get results, I get results. John, they get results, I get results. John, because they get results, I see the results. Well, first of all, that's a bullshit theory, and I'll tell you why. First of all, how many white dating coaches have you guys actually seen pull a woman all the way to the bedroom? How many? Look at Todd Valentine. Go to his YouTube throughout history. How many has he actually brought back to the bedroom and pulled? When we look at Todd Valentine's score, right, we can lower his score down a little bit. Therefore, he's not 8 out of 10 looks. He's around like 6 or something. So 6, and he dressed like an RSD victim, so we can say this is 0. So his game will need to be 4 out of 10, but it's not even 4 because he could not even pull. You're like, holy shit, John, you just fucking explain why Todd Valentine really sucks. So his game's not even 4. That means when you guys are learning the game out of 4, and you guys are Asian, for example, with a very low score, right? 1 out of 10 for the race, you don't have social skills. Your game is practically like very low. Let's say it's like 1 out of 10. Maybe you have some body language. And then your money, right? You 0 because you're RSD victim. And then your looks are like 4 out of 10 because you're not using my fashion. 4, 5, 6, 7. You 7 out of 20. And you're using Todd Valentine's game. 4 is not going to get you above 20 out of 35, guys. You're like, holy shit. John has broken down the math to explain every single dating coach. If you guys are getting this, give it a thumbs up. I'm giving you so much value here. I'm really unlocking your minds. I am telling you guys this whole truth that it's not even like nobody can really even, disagree. They can only dismiss it. Sheeps dismiss. It's pretty scary how accurate that equation is. It's exactly accurate. It's so accurate, it's almost insane because all the dating coaches, when you look at them, the testimonials, Todd only has one. Probably a white guy that got a girlfriend, just one testimonial. And he has a whole team. That's why he's so worried. When you see Todd Valentine on fucking video right now giving advice, do you see how old he looks? He looks like a fucking 50-year-old man now. Because it's bothering him because he had to pay 3 other coaches or 2 of them, JP and somebody else. And now it's affecting his business. All the white dating coaches you're seeing, okay, this is what I'm going to say. This is going to mind fuck you even further, guys. Mind fuck you even further. Notice every single coach out there who is not showing up on YouTube right now because they don't care about you. They only want the money. The red pill coaches, have you noticed that? There are a lot of red pill coaches like Charisma King, a lot of coaches. And even if I say this and they're pretending to go back on YouTube, they can't do it because all they care about is the fucking money. All they care about is the fucking money. And you're like, oh, fucking holy shit, John, you're right. There's a lot of coaches that have just disappeared off YouTube. Or they schedule posts for like weeks at a time and now they're running out. You're like, what the fuck, man? No, JP is here. Not this JP, the other JP. The other JP, not this JP. There's another fucking Latino JP, right? That he's some kind of natural, some shit. I don't think so, but I know real naturals, and he could be one. Who knows? But he couldn't teach for shit. He couldn't teach for shit. He has no idea what he's talking about. Daniel Garcia, not definitely on John's side. Exactly. He is not the same JP as this one. This one's a good JP. This one is awesome. The other one's a, part of Todd Valentine's cult. And now that you're looking at the math here of Todd Valentine, you're like, oh shit. So far, you have not seen a single pull video. And there's also other white people that says, I got testimonials with their fucking autistic face. With Asperger's, they don't move it. And they only get like Tinder testimonials and night game. Tinder and night game, and all the testimonials are not day game because day game requires a lot more social calibration, social skills, the tonalities that they cannot hit. The tonalities that they cannot hit. You guys are like, holy shit, John is so right. So John's saying this equation, even if you were like a tall white dating coaches and your look was 6 out of 10 and your stats was 10 out of 10. In the money, maybe you look like a 3 or 4. You say you're a DJ or some shit like that, right? Maybe a 3. 10, you up 16, 17, 18, 19, then it can get closer. But if you dress poor and they're like 2 out of 10, their game is like 10, 16, 17, 18, just 2. There's not much game, but there's not even enough game. So if there's a tall white dating coach who talks about how he's so great, got so many lay counts, but if his value is 10, 18, his game is not even 2 for day game, not even 2 out of 10. Therefore, no testimonials for day game. Holy shit, how accurate is this chart? Now a lot of you are freaked out. You're like, holy shit, John has not only cracked the equation, he almost can explain every single testimonial. So how much is John's game? It's probably close to like 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. John is also using money, dressing better, right? Dressing rich to compensate for what he doesn't have. And John's using fashion and John's using aesthetics to compensate to raise a score. For all you know, if I put my hair down like this, John may not even be that good looking. See? If I look like Asian as hell, like you guys. John might not even be that good looking. John might be like a 3 out of 10 in looks, but he knows how to fix the aesthetics. See it? But John knows how to use the aesthetics to his advantage. You see that? Now it goes up, down, up. See, down. Look, like most Asian people, messy hair. Down, looks like shit. Now you fix the aesthetics, and John's look goes up. So down, up. Same fucking face. Guys, I know how to manipulate my statistics. You're like, holy shit, John has really cracked it down to a fucking science. So therefore, you are following all the wrong coaches. This is why Todd cannot actually pull, because his game is not above 4, even for his short height and looks. This is why these guys don't have any results to show for the camera. You're like, holy shit. So John's testimonials, 430 late pull testimonials, all from this formula right here. That's why, because I can transfer like a 9 or 10 out of 10 game to you guys. Plus, I can teach you the Instagram secrets to boost your SMV for day 2s. And I can also teach you fashion. And I can teach you how to dress rich. Rolex Hulk. All these things matter. Women know what a Rolex is. They don't know what the fuck, like my other watches. They don't really know what the fuck these are, for example. As strange as it sounds, like I have a whole watch collection here. Okay? We're talking about like some really expensive watches here, guys. But they don't even know what this thing is. Most women have no idea what the fuck this is. A Richard Mille or Richard Mille. They have no fucking idea. I am tall, but I only have 50% golden ratio in the Latino. What kind of mountain game? I thought you're Filipino. Is that why infield problems? Because these coaches who do day game looks different money status. And well, think about this way. How many white, okay, this is going to shock your mind. This is going to shock you guys the most, okay? For white dating coaches, how many white dating coaches has actually showed a single pull infield from day game? Like, not just a pull, but all the way from pull to bedroom. 0. There might be one guy, but I'm not sure if he's real or not. He does bribe his students. And he does like, I'm not gonna mention names, but a tall Eastern European guy. I heard he bribes his fucking students, or he'll, show their infield to other of their coworkers. Fucked up fucking psychopath. But I'm not sure if he's the only one that showed from approach to bedroom. There's not a single day game coach that is white that's ever 0. Do you think Instagram is the future? Yes, use exactly what you learn in Inner Circle and stuff like that. It is top secret, the algorithms. I have not shared everything. You have to fight fire with fire, DG. If you don't do it, and also the emotional intelligence I'll be talking about in the future. If you don't have the right emotional intelligence and you're standing next to a woman, for example, you're like, right? You're trying to take a picture for Instagram for pre-selection. She might feel like this, like you can see in her face. And the neural pathways and the manifestation, other women can see it, and that can disqualify you if you're not tall or good looking. Hope that makes sense. See? 2 out of 10. Or 3 out of 10. John's look, 3.5. 6. 7. Weird, right? 6.5. 6.6. I try to make this thing like less chubby. 7, 6, 6.1. It's all aesthetics. It can be manipulated through fashion and everything. Even this, if I took this off, my score can go down a little bit, down to like 5. See, it's all manipulation of the value. So white dating coaches, they dismiss fashion because they have so much value. You have never ever seen a white dating coach. I'm not sure if that one's real or not, the other one. But you have never seen a single one of them pull. And why do people believe that they get results? What if they're even like exactly the same as you? They're just teaching day game. They just marketers getting women who are 4 out of 10. So if Todd Valentine is only like, 4 out of 10 for his game, and he needs 4 out of 10 to get results, what if he was getting women way below his look scale? Have you guys seen his girlfriend? She's like a fucking, like, maybe a 5 out of 10. Exactly, because he has to lower the score to get something. Now, it's like John just cracked open every single Day game coach. And for the day game coaches, you think that looks ugly, right? You're like, oh no, that guy looks ugly. Therefore, if he gets results, I get results. Guess what? What's their golden ratio, really? When you think about what's their real golden ratio if you put it into the machine? I'm like 8 point or 82%, which is super high. So is my Pakistani mentor. He's not a good looking guy. So an ugly guy's golden ratio may be like 72%, 72%. Okay, I didn't write it properly, but I got a new eraser from Amazon. So think about the ugliest dating coach you could think of. They're 72%. And Justin Wayne, when you look at his golden ratio, is actually 65%. 65% is Justin Wayne's golden ratio. So therefore, this is why he uses seeking arrangement, guys. This is why he created that fake funnel. And guess what? Hey, Justin, maybe you didn't realize it, but I was the one who got another person to ask your girlfriend how they met you. It was not anyone else, as you think. It was me. And I found it was seeking arrangements. I was the one who organized the entire thing. Sorry, I had to know. Sorry, but I'm telling the world now. They're so stupid. This is why you got tricked by Justin Wayne. I was the one who organized it. I even got the whole thing recorded. It was me. I heard everything. So that's how I got the information. John Wayne was the one responsible for it. I knew it all along, Justin. I knew it. So this is my Pakistani mentor. This is why you should not worship dating coaches, because of the milligram experiment. You say, well, he got results, I got results. But you don't know their manufacturer, because you saw him with a job scam. You saw him. I even posted his flyer from his job scam on my site, on my blog. Great copywriting, by the way. I'm learning some copywriting right now, so I can improve my high income skills. But masterful copywriting. He got the women into there. So basically, Justin Wayne will like get women into this funnel. I know you guys don't want to hear it. A lot of you are Justin Wayne fans because you become like a sheep. You become like a sheep. As you know, he gets women to the funnel. He gets Manny Wayne. Manny's actually written on the sales letter, by the way. Manny Lau or Manny something. And then him and Bruce or that other faggot, that autistic faggot, will never hit on the women. Like Justin says, oh yeah, I mean, I like this guy because he'll never ever hit on the women, and he's like their friend and stuff. Exactly. So therefore, that's how they film the infield. He'll tell the women, hey, you know, every time the pickup mastery program, and when it goes beep beep, he's just basically turning off the camera, saying, bitch, listen, if you don't fucking like, you know, do this, you will not get the seeking arrangements money. Okay, you get it? I'm a dangerous man, right? Like I got weapons. I can lose it all. That's the real Justin. I've been predicting it for a long fucking time, but you guys fell for it. You guys are like, you got results, I get results. So why does this happen? Why does this happen? Exactly as I told you all. If you guys are getting this, give it a thumbs up. This is some real shit here. So I organized, I had to find out exactly from Justin Wayne's girlfriend, right? I organized that. I got somebody to ask one of his girlfriends how he met Justin Wayne. Seeking arrangements. It was me. I organized that. It was me. I'm sorry. So if it's seeking arrangements, all that job scam, all that stuff probably is real. All that information. You guys fell for it. I only used a research game, which was trying to got me interested in the soft skills. So exactly. This is the real game. Focus on everything else. Focus on social skills, and you can watch the TV show Friends. I'm going to give you guys this advice. I should not be giving this to the public. I want to help you guys. You see these coaches, right? So the first type of coaches, they disappeared. They don't give a fuck about you during the coronavirus. They're all like, oh, fuck, I can't make money from these motherfucking sheeps. I'm just going to fucking not be on YouTube. Okay, that's the first kind. And I don't want them to be on YouTube because it takes too much energy for them. They don't care. They show their true colors already. Charisma King doesn't give a fuck. A lot of people don't give a fuck. The second type is called the opportunistic users. They're thinking this is an opportunity. They're thinking, hey, if they're on YouTube right now, then they can at least use this as an opportunity to make some money. And you can see in the white dating coaches' faces. Look at Todd Valentine. He's all bothered now. He's like 50-year-old man. White hair. I got white hairs, but he's like white hairs everywhere. And look at the other people like High Lake, all these people that scaled their business. So how are they getting fucked over? How are they getting fucked over? You gotta imagine. Let's talk about money, because JP over here talked about money. This is how the business works, and this is how they're fucked. So the high income skills is like the first one. High income skills, high income skills, copywriting. I'm learning that. Sales. And I've taught my students to make $2.2 million right now. He already closed that many deals. What the fuck? In less than 3 weeks. My day game system. It's just the same mental filter. Is that powerful? He won 3 fucking Toastmasters, which is Elite 30. Social calibrations, guys. Don't you get it? This is the best time to hoard the knowledge and to practice at home. I practice at home until it's perfect. This is why you can see my face moving and the facial expressions and the hands moving, because I actually have the ability, because I have some high income skills. But it's from day game skills, the real skills, as JP said over here. The real skills of game is through this calibration, this social skill, this tonality, doing all this stuff, this emotional intelligence. Now you guys are realizing, shit, there's so much more to the game because you're seeing service level. So this is high income skills. The second one's called scaling. For scaling, it means like people buying ads, or Todd Valentine scaling by getting 3 coaches that are assistants. That's scaling. Now he's affected. Especially when high lay counts guy has like 10 coaches and they're scaling his business and now they're all fucked. So what's left over? The high income skills. And what's the last one? Investments. Investment, you get 10% back. But with the coronavirus, you couldn't even get your investments back. People are losing money. And it's kind of funny how my student can still sell 2.2 million. He's going to close every fucking deal. He's going to close every fucking deal because he has John Elite skill. So it's kind of strange. Now you're starting to get it. So this is why they're affected. A lot of the marketing gurus, name your most famous gurus out there. The ones, their faces look all bothered by the coronavirus. You think I give a shit? No, it doesn't affect my business. People are like thinking, hey, John, if you have 430 late post testimonials, I might as well invest my money with you. Fuck all the other dating coaches. Now the sheeps are not worshiping. So how did they worship Justin Wayne? How did they worship all these coaches with a very low level of game? So if Justin Wayne's looks is really like, if he's black everything, it's just like 6 out of 10. It really is 6.5. Because he's got some muscles. Now he's like skinnier. But his golden ratio is 6.5 or 6.2. That's why they use seeking arrangements. That's why they need money game. If we're looking at Justin Wayne's real game, it's not like 1 out of 10 for money. He's saying it's not money. He's actually using close to like 4 out, because he's a music producer for MTV and all these other job scams or seeking arrangements, millionaire. He's actually using a lot of money, 4 out of 5. So 6 plus 5 is already 10. He's 8. His race is 8. Therefore, his game just needs to be 2. Justin Wayne's game needs to be 2. Dude, my guy, I know 16 million of coronavirus. He's short. Sure. Exactly. So I use elite presentation, told people look so confident. First time I got confidence like that works. Yeah, exactly. So how does public speaking kind of work? And how did I teach the student to win 3 Toastmasters in a row? They delayed it because of the coronavirus. His next competition is nationally on the 21st of April. So I'm going to be training him. He wins number 4. And the last one's going to be a world champion in Paris, France. But Paris, France, it might be deleted because of the coronavirus. They have to do it online. So if my student wins, he'll win the whole world champion because he's using John Elite's game. Not just his game, his social calibrations. It's that powerful, guys. You guys are getting screwed with a dating coach with 2 out of 10. And let me ask you guys a question. How many testimonials does Justin Wayne have that's not as like it's not like an instructor? Just one Asian guy who's very good looking, taller than me, much more handsome than me, like 7 out of 10 looks. Or 7.5, almost 8 with a fashion change. Who else? No, they're all instructors. Therefore, he cannot get normal people laid. So you're wondering, John just cracked the code. How come Justin Wayne cannot get students laid? How come there are no testimonials? And John had so many testimonials, Justin Wayne kicked them out. Because you guys are worshiping. The dumb Negroes are worshiping Justin Wayne. They have this glazed over eye look. They're like, oh yeah, but Justin gets results, therefore he's amazing. He got tattoo. Seeking arrangements, dude. Tattoo. Up the ladder, escalation ladder. But they have this glazed over, like dumb, low IQ sheep look. No, but Justin Wayne. You see that? You guys got screwed. That's why all the money was being funneled out of you. All the money was funneled out of you. You guys are realizing, holy shit. John really is the master of game. Like John's game is so far beyond 430. Justin Wayne has 8 testimonials. Okay, so 430 divided by 8. let's do the math here, shall we? So I'm gonna open the calculator. How many more testimonials does John have versus Justin Wayne, and how is the game so superior? So 430 divided by 8 equals 53 times more powerful. My game is 53 times more powerful than Justin Wayne's. So you're saying, oh, your game is similar to whatever. Your game is similar to whatever. Are you sure? Divide the amount of testimonials. So really, John's game is probably closer to 10 or 11, maybe even 12. It's overkill. But sometimes it's not enough for Asian men. It's not enough. You got to boost the other categories of looks, money, and status, the fashion. Now you're like, oh shit, John's telling us the truth. That's why ABCs of Attraction does not have any sort of student testimonials. And their tall, good-looking dating coach only has 1. You're like, shit, how come he only has 1, John? Now they got 0 because game's getting harder this year with the coronavirus and because of too much of the Tinder. Women are getting used to swiping left. You wonder how come ABCs of Attraction cannot get a single testimonial now. Like, oh shit, John, you're so right. So therefore, the guy's good looking. The guy's like 9 out of 10 for looks as an Asian. You never see him close. You see him pull from Tinder and other shit. I'm just saying. Looks do matter. Height does matter. Height does matter because the reason why they say John does not look like the kind of dating coach, right? Who's a fucking slayer, but John is. They say, oh, the other coaches look more like it, so it's more plausible. That's why you guys are fucked, because you guys are like saying, oh, because he's white, he looks like he'll get results. That's the problem. You never seen a single white dating coach get a complete open to close infield yet. That's real. Not even one. So therefore, you automatically all have dismissed things, and you all given the white dating coaches a free pass. Now you guys realize you're giving guys who had a 2 out of 10 game a free pass. You're like, oh my God. All this time you were always screwed by white dating coaches because they had the wrong neural pathway. You were using the wrong neural pathway, and you didn't have the same value, and what little left over cannot be transferred to you guys. If you guys are getting this, give it a thumbs up. You're like, holy shit, John has not only cracked the code, John has actually decoded and debunked the entire thing down to a numerical statistical science. I'm showing the world. This is why I made the red pill video. This is why I made the black pill video. This is why I made the blue pill video. This is why I made the purple pill video. The fucking Mgtow who's keep giving thumbs down because Mgtow are full of shit. And Mgtow is a secret plan of all the coaches and all the other people, the black pill, everyone. They all want to go to Thailand, Cambodia, Philippines, all these places because this is their solution for the game problem. They don't want to work on the skills. They want to go to plan B. This is their secret. And black pill are going to go to Mgtow. They're going to go to Thailand, and they're going to fail because they haven't worked on the social skills, the emotional intelligence, the social calibrations, and they have not worked on the game. They're fucked. And the guys who are not fucked are the guys who are married and stuff. When they go over to Thailand, they already have the blue pill social skills to the max. So all they need to learn is a little bit of game and a little bit better body language, and they're good because they're white and their value is super high. Now you're like, holy shit, John does not give a shit. So the second type of dating coaches out there, I would thumbs up again if I could. And back in the day, right, before phones were recorded in HD, dude, I know I made 60 million because of coronavirus. He short out torso. I miss all this. Yeah, but this is a good time to work on your high income skills. So for example, if you notice, right, for John can speak in a very good way for public speaking. You saw in my last video, it had so many likes. It had 25 likes and 2 dislikes. I don't know who the fuck disliked them, but it was like 20 something and 1 dislike. It is because of the public speaking ability. Learning how to talk in different tonalities is important. Learning how to move the hands when you talk is important. Stuff like that is what I taught my other student. I basically taught him how to use Elite 30 from hard case to hero. And it is crushing the public speaking world. You're like, oh my God, so you're saying the secret is Elite 30 from hard case to hero? Absolutely. And this is a good time to hoard the knowledge, because rather than staying at home and getting all scared and stuff and waiting 3 months being like a sheep and worshiping these dating coaches, the secret is the reason why their business is failing is because these fucking sheeps out there, these sheeps are no longer spending money because they're all scared. All the sheeps are scared. And all the other coaches are like, oh, I can't fucking fool these sheeps anymore with their autistic face. I can't fool these sheeps. See, when sheeps have money, they like to worship because they don't think they can get laid. Because they don't think they can get laid, they go to all the white coaches. They don't even believe they can do it. They secretly just want to take massive action. They just want to feel like they're mentally masturbating for their ego. Like I said, if the ego goes down, the self-esteem goes down. The ego goes up. It's like a balance, higher self-esteem, lower ego. Because they didn't know how to raise their self-esteem, they could not think clearly. And everything I say to them is just talk. It's just blah, 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 blah. And in their mind, they're like, eh. In their mind, they believe they are 100% right about everything. They believe they know better than me. They believe they are the experts. They believe that worshiping other coaches is the solution. In their mind, like the milligram experiment, like I said before, what is the milligram experiment, guys? It's very, very simple. The milligram experiment is basically when a bunch of guys in lab coats walked right into the lab and they had this study and they say to the students, you go sit down, you shock that motherfucker over there. And they're like, why should I do that? We have lab coats. And they're like, okay, zap. The guy who's getting zapped is pretending to be zapped. He's not technically being zapped. He's just like, ow, fuck, what the fuck? He's pretending he's strapped to a chair. So when the guy with the lab coat says to him, hey, turn it up. And the guy's like, oh, fuck, do I have to? Fucking turn it up. And he did it anyways. They're like, oh, shit. You see that? Sheep will fall for authority. Sheep will fall for authority. And you guys have given authority to the day game coaches who are white, whose game is just like 2 out of 10. Do the math. Do the fucking math. And the third type of people is instead the opportunistic users, the guys, their faces all bothered because they're scaling and shit. Okay? Look at the white dating coaches. They all are kind of like affected by the coronavirus because they're all scammers. Look at me. Do I look like I'm affected? You're like, how come John's not affected by this? Why does John want to give value? Because John never gave a shit about the money. John was never in it for the money. John is here to save his Asian race. John is here to help the minorities. John doesn't give a flying fuck about money. John likes money just like everyone else. Money can buy nice things, you know, give you a nice place to live. But besides that, John doesn't give a fuck. John wants to help the world. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep putting out YouTube videos. I'm not going to be an opportunistic user. I'm just going to help people. I'm going to give you more during this time. And at the very end, you will see that John does care. John has cared a lot about his students. John volunteered his time, even during the coronavirus, to help the other guy with the red pill fucking mindset. He given another sheep student his program, Elite Playbook. He can never afford it since he's from India. He's one of my students. He already got like 3 lays under my training. But he's mentally shutting down. And he's only learned the Elite 30 and not gotten 3 lays. Hope that makes sense. John doesn't care. John wants to help his students. John is generous because John has so much game he can give to others. It's like when you love yourself, you can love others. It's kind of like if you have so much game, you can give that back to others. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Focus on social skills. Watch the TV show Friends. Try to copy line by line exactly the tonality, and you'll notice your game skyrockets. Because when white people talk, they kind of talk like the way I'm talking. Have you noticed that? When you talk to white people, they're so animated. They're like, hey, man, how's it going? Yeah. Actually, yeah, bro, I see what you mean. But yeah, here's the weed, man. So cool. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man. It's almost like they're very musical when they talk. This is what the Asians cannot do. Asians dismiss it. So when they look at white people, they look at Friends, they think about, oh yeah, some cringy, monotone sounding people. But in reality, their tonality was superior to yours. Their body language is not perfect for the blue pill. This is where Elite 30 overcomes it. You mix this tonality with Elite 30, the game becomes like way easier. Just like public speaking, learning how to change the tonalities. And this is the way a lot of white people talk. They can talk by changing tones. It's like John's the only Asian guy out there who's able to use his facial expressions and talk in such a way that I can hit different notes. You guys didn't realize this, but fuck. Therefore, this is the calibrations that you guys do not see because you can emote with this thing. Tonality is destiny, and you can emote your destiny by your tonality and your body language, which is why I'm wearing backwards. It helps keep the antenna good. So I hope that makes sense. Is there anything else I want to talk about today? No, I think I covered everything I want to cover. I have debunked it. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up and I'll make more. Next time I'm gonna be posting a bootcamp clip, you'll be like, John, why are you posting bootcamp clips? You can't make any money. There's a coronavirus. The whole country's locked down. No, some people need to be inspired by some of my students. This guy got 3 lays, and I'm gonna post his clip. I can make a deal. How is it? I'm gonna help people. From now till June, if you take 4 to 5 days of boot camp, 3 to 4, you'll get 1 day free. 5 to 6, you get 2 days free. How's that? Sounds fair? Now you got a whole week, but you gotta bring a face mask so you don't infect me. So you don't try to kill off me. John Elite. 7 days, I'll give you 3 days free. How's that? That's a good deal, isn't it? And I'm gonna be posting the screenshots. I'm gonna force myself to all the students. I'm gonna write the stories down and I'll put coming soon trailer on my bootcamp page. Okay, I'm gonna put coming soon. And then after that, you'll be like, what the fuck? I want you guys to be inspired. So if you get on a deal before June, okay, you can put down the deposit. You can still come in the fall when the lockdown's gone, or even next year. It doesn't matter. Put down the full deposit and the full price. And you get to lock in this deal. I want to do this because I want to help people. On the bootcamp, I'm very, very like a military drill sergeant because I care. The reason why I'm so fucking tough, like the Navy SEALs or Israeli army, is because I care. I care because that's the only way to get you from point A to point B in a tougher place. Don't forget, if you taught boot camps in easier countries, like there are easier places like Asia, Eastern Europe, Toronto, or these kind of places, then it's easier to get the results. It doesn't mean it's easy in Vancouver. It's probably the hardest. It's hardest. So yeah. Damn, I really should dedicate myself Elite 30. I'm on a long November street now. What about closed borders in Canada? It is closed right now, so but I'm gonna put the bootcamp clips anyways. You know why? Because I want to inspire people. I don't give a fuck. See, John's not in there for the money. But I'm just saying, if you do want to put down a deposit, as long as the borders open up again and the quarantine handles itself, I'm hoping before fall, hopefully before fall, you guys can still train with me. You guys can still put down a deposit, pay the full price. You get to lock in the price and come whenever you want. Okay? Even next year, it's fine. Whatever you paid this year, you can still come next year. I don't give a fuck. But this price is a I call it the pandemic sale. I know it sounds very fucked up. I had this idea, right, from this book, right? So I wrote on my homepage, the pandemic sale, right? Get on a deal is a killer deal. Like, it is so fucked up. I couldn't even believe I wrote that shit. Okay? I'm gonna read that because it's hilarious. It doesn't mean that, I'm insensitive about the coronavirus. I know a lot of you guys are afraid. This is why it's important that you guys listen to people with a good leadership. When you have somebody who has good leadership, they're not afraid. They're not mentally affected. Look at all the other coaches. They're all like, oh, how am I going to make money? For me, I'm just thinking, how can I give more value? How can I help more people now? Don't worry about me. I'm going to help you. It's about you guys. It's about you guys, and you guys are more important than this. They're only in it for the money. They don't give a fuck about you. They're only in it for the money. They don't give a fuck about you at all, and you guys can tell now. It's like, shit. But John's going to be here on YouTube, and John's going to help everyone and give as much good advice as possible. And a lot of the stuff I'm teaching right now, I've never spoke about in public. All these new game technologies. John, how come you keep having new game technologies? It doesn't make sense, John. John, how come there's always new stuff? The inner circle did not learn all this stuff. John, because the game is involved, because depth is very important. D-E-P-T-H. It's like an inception. You only see on level 1. So therefore, these sheeps who are worshiping, they only see the surface level. So they think they know everything. They always like, oh, I know that, escalation ladder, I know that, objection, I know that. Sheeps dismiss because they have a very shallow mental filter. They're autistic. They have autism. They have sociopathy, narcissism, and autism. Because of this, they dismiss. Sheeps dismiss. Sheeps dismiss. As fucked up as that sounds, that's exactly why they're like that. I'm trying to supplement that recommend, but I don't know if I can say it. It's okay. It's called ashwagandha. I know I should not be giving people this information, but I'm going to help people. I don't care about the money. If you guys take ashwagandha, ashwangdha, it will help you with your cortisol adrenaline gland. If you guys like what you're hearing, give it a thumbs up because I'm giving you some real gold bars here. This is how I can get my autistic students who have a cortisol adrenaline system just flooding their systems. And I don't make any money from it. I'm being generous, guys. I'm being generous because John doesn't care. John cares about his students. John cares about his fans. John cares about all these people and all these other white dating coaches, all these other red pill dating coaches who only cares about the money. They can go fuck themselves. They can go fuck themselves. I bought some of that supplement. Going to see how it works in the coming days. You're going to notice a huge difference. I've used it for all the other students, and they become chilled as a natural. They couldn't even feel any sort of fear or adrenaline. Of course, the biggest problem is that if everyone starts using it, then it's like John's giving away like a lot of technologies. John always had the best game in the world, and John's trained and mentored by the inner circle. Start using the technology. Stop fucking around, guys. And guys, do not get mentally bothered. The next video I'm going to make, most likely, I don't know what I'm going to make, is going to be talking about emotional intelligence. I'm going to be talking about how can John Elite be so calm in the middle of the coronavirus and not give a shit. Why is John not like a sheep? Most sheeps are scared. That's why they're like pulling all the money away from the red pill dating coaches rather than wasting their money because they don't think they can get laid. They just like to mentally masturbate. Now that the money, they're holding on to it. All the red pill dating coaches are like, fuck. And for me, I'm just helping people. I'm helping people. It's that simple. And I've decoded everything about the dating coaches. Now there's no excuses for training with any of them in the future because they're full of shit. And you're going to see it more and more in the coming weeks and months. You're going to see that their faces are going to get all bothered and shit because they've been too busy scamming you. It's not because they're good marketers. They're good at deceiving. They're not good marketers. They use the mental filter of a sociopath, of a Machiavelli manipulator. So the way they think is what they call dark triad personality. So they call it sociopath. So S, sociopath. Narcissism, SN. And the last one's called Machiavelli manipulator, SMV. Sounds like SMV. Sociopathy. Opinions as facts. This is why the neural pathways, they always believe they're right and they dismiss everything I teach. I've been studying emotional intelligence on my own, but you have it down to science. Looking forward to that video. Excellent. Looking forward to talking about this stuff. Why is it getting blurry? What the fuck? Okay. So it is down to a science. S and D. They're sociopaths, therefore they believe their opinions are facts, like Charles Manson. This is why they're telling you game that does not work, because their game is only 2 out of 10. They actually believe it is their game. They're that delusional. This is why it doesn't work, because their neural pathways and their overall value is higher than yours. You're like, oh, fuck. Second thing is that they're narcissistic, emotional. And lastly, they're manipulative. Machiavelli manipulation. This is why people like Charisma King and stuff is no longer on the air, because he doesn't give a fuck, because he's a Machiavelli manipulator. See, RSD is this and that. But RSD is the biggest manipulators. They're the biggest sociopaths. They're the biggest narcissists. And as you can see from my pill videos, that student of mine, that Middle Eastern guy, he actually got 17 lays with my training and got a girlfriend who's a model. You're thinking to yourself, what the fuck? But RSD got no results. He works with RSD. He hosts all of the hot seats in Vancouver. He told me everything about RSD. I know everything. They're all full of shit. They're all marketers. He's like, John, you're right. He's not the only one who told me. 2 people told me. 2 people came to me and just said, John, you're the best dating coach in the world. We want to work with you. We're defecting from RSD. It's not him. He's not defecting. He's still working with them. But he doesn't believe in them anymore. He's no longer red pill. Red pill is all about making money from sheeps, because the sheeps get scared. The secret behind the sheeps is that, unlike the dating coaches, this is what they call comorbidity. So this means multiple mental illnesses. So it's either sociopathy, Machiavelli, and there's also autism, Asperger's or autism. So now they have SNMA, sociopathy, narcissism, Machiavelli manipulation, autism. They have a little bit of depression, a little bit of ADD. So they have all these mental illnesses here. You're like, shit. So you're saying, John, all these sheeps have all these mental illnesses. This is why they go to RSD. This is why they go to all these white dating coaches, even if they haven't proved shit. And also, these positive stereotype coaches, they're always like saying looks don't matter, race don't matter, so they dismiss the coach. If you get results, I get results. Even though I found out, I was the one that found out from Justin Wayne that, you know, seeking arrangement. Because I got somebody else to ask one of his girlfriends, how did they meet? Is seeking arrangements. And I have the audio of it too. I won't say who did that, who was the perpetrator who betrayed you. Justin, but it is one of your coaches before. But which one is it? You went after all of them, I heard. I know. I'm in the know. I know RSD. I know you. But consider it professional courtesy that I don't say anymore. But when you're enslaving all these people as sheeps, like these dumb black people, no offense, I have black students, smart black students, but these dumb Negroes who basically are just fans, even though you took money out of their credit card over and over to supply the seeking arrangement shit, this whole funnel, they still worship you because they say, oh, if you got results, I got results. That's not it, because there's many factors to get results. Because not all the dating coaches, if they're black, they're already 8 out of 10 for the SMV, even if they're black looking. Hope that makes sense. If they're black looking and you're tall and you're strong, you already got the SMV. It is all the golden ratio. And it depends on your location, whether you teach in Thailand or you teach in Canada or United States. It depends where you talk to. So everything has been broken down to a science. All this scribble here is just basically like Einstein, upside down, explain to you guys the real game that nobody wants to talk about. This is it. The formula, all the formulas to life. It's hard to deny it now. A lot of you sheeps like to dismiss. Sheeps gets offended because when their ego gets high and their self-esteem gets low, right? Remember how I talked about the 3 gears in the video for the introducing all the pills? Whenever sheeps, like my training, when they get laid, right? So they have the higher self and lower self. The self-esteem goes up, like down, and when they get laid, the ego goes up. When their ego goes up even more, they start to think they know everything. They start to become like, you can't even talk to them anymore. It's just like that Vietnamese guy with a bald head in my boot camp. For the first 2 days, he didn't even listen because he got same day lay under my training in Las Vegas before he came to my boot camp. When he finally fucking listened, afterwards, after my boot camp, he got laid on the first approach with a white girl in the fucking airport. He on the layover, he paid for a hotel, but he got laid right there, right after the boot camp and right before. And now because he's listening, maybe he's listening to other white dating coaches or some shit, their neural pathways, right? He doesn't talk to me no more. And now he's back to his own mental bullshit. But this is autism. The sheeps are autistic. So autistic means that their sensory perception is extremely fucked up. It means their sensory perception is they get bothered easily. This is why they get angrier easily. This is why I'm gonna make an emotional intelligence video. They get more anger, they get more scared around women, they get more like this, they get more like that. All black pill people are autistic. You see that? For me, I don't feel any emotions on the inside, even with the coronavirus. You might be thinking, what the fuck is wrong with John? Sean doesn't feel anything on the inside. I may look like, sometimes when I talk, but that's all conditioning. I don't feel anything on the inside. This is why I don't manifest bad things. Manifestation is your thoughts and feelings. Your thoughts and feelings. This is why I only manifest good things. Nothing bad ever happens to me, ever in my life, because I don't put out bad things. I only put out good things. Hope that makes sense. And this is why I'm here right now. I'm going to be helping people. I'm going to be teaching people. And you know what? I don't want anything from it. If you want to learn from my courses, that's great. This is not like a upsell or a sale or anything like that. I just want to help people. If my courses help you guys, then fucking get it. Stop being stupid during this coronavirus time. This is the best time to be studying. Use it or lose it. Even if you don't get my courses or boot camp or Kaizen, it's okay with me. Stay for the lessons. Stay for the lessons, guys. I want to help you guys. I don't give a fuck about the money. Money, big fucking deal. I got so much fucking money that I don't even give a shit about it. It's not even a concern. I mean, my wallet's like fucking jam-packed full of money. I don't give a fuck about money. I really don't. And now you can see the other coaches that do give a shit. They're dropping off or they're getting bothered. That's all I'm saying. That's all I gotta teach you for today. I hope you guys learn a lot. This is 1 hour. This is 1 hour, but my God, you've learned so much. And see you guys in the inner circle. The ones who are in the inner circle, I'll be teaching you like the next lesson, which is gonna be very, very powerful. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I'll be teaching you in the next video, how can you stay calm during the coronavirus? How can you mentally be like me? Okay? But John's crazy or something. John's a psycho. No, it's not because of that. It's not because of that. It's because I'm not emotional. I'm not like a fucking sheep. I'm not autistic. This is why they're so autistic. This is why they get so angry when I'm on YouTube Live. This is why they're so angry. I'm going to teach you exactly how to turn off all the emotions in the next video. The emotional intelligence. So that way the right emotions shows through. All right. Thank you. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to be here. I'm going to try my best to edit the next video. I'm going to try to censor the faces, next bootcamp ones, and post this stuff here. YouTube Live. Maybe I make it shorter. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I hope it was educational. I hope all this stuff was like, oh my God, John, you've broken it down to a science. Now you know never to worship a white dating coach or a positive stereotype again. They don't have the same amount of game to get over 20 out of 35. Anyways, peace. And don't be afraid and take care of yourself during the coronaviruses. You know, wash your hands. I'm very OCD. So in the boot camps, a lot of you guys see me like always washing my hands and stuff. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. That'll kill the virus, even on the back, even around the thumb. That breaks up the fibers of the fatty acids that's around the coronavirus. It's very important that you keep a social distancing for now, but you need to focus on your high income skills, guys. This is the time to see your business will make it or not. And it's also a good time to start focusing on your skills. This is the time. If you let these few months piss away, right, just because you're scared like a sheep, you're going to regret it. These few months can really boost your skills. And I have friends who are millionaires, so I get mentored by a lot of people. Some people decide to ignore the high income skills. Look what happened. It's harder. Their skills are unscaling. I recommend you guys focus on your high income skills. I recommend you focus on your social skills. You guys can watch Friends. You guys can copy it. The tonality. I should not be teaching you this stuff or the ashwagandha. But John is generous. John is so generous. Losing my voice. It's not coronavirus. I've always coughed. I risk my voice just to be able to. Hey, what's up, man? TT over here is awesome. His mind's really getting opened up. So unfortunately, this is the end of the live, but you will learn so much, TT. Seriously, more than anything in this particular lesson. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Even at the risk of losing my voice, because laryngitis or something, I'm still teaching you guys. So I wouldn't be able to talk for the next few days completely. I'll completely lose my voice. But I hope you guys, for whatever voice I had left over, I hope you guys learned a lot. All right, stay safe, man. No problem. You too. All of you stay safe. For all my students, take care of yourself. Do not touch your nose and stuff like that when you touch other surfaces. This is how it's transmitted. But do not get afraid like me. Have no fucking fear. Turn off all the emotions. Do not, because some people are autistic. Some of the students, they have turned a little bit evil and they're a little bit bothered by it. I'm not bothered by anything. That's all the voice I got left. Johnny Elite out. See you in the next video.